Alright, we got our body back. We're good. Let's continue this adventure. Find Percival. We're going... oh, back to the deep mines, eh? Should check our status, actually.
There may not be life here, but we should still be cautious.
Actually. The Rev 8 is just over there. Where's our ship? Where is our ship? Interesting. Let's go get a nap. Yes. Let's get a nap. I'm actually liking this nice, smaller, compact ship. The Citadel is a cool ship, definitely.
I do love it, you know.
But
just wish everyone else felt the same way.
I know.
It's nice to see.
I know. Well, let's use the ladder, I guess. Nap time.
Simply the best start to a day that one could have.
Better? And so let's get back to that mine. Apparently I can't do that. Maybe not. Deep mines. There we go. Okay.
Hello, Captain.
Fine. Oh, I'm carrying too much? How are we carrying too much? Oh, we picked up too much crap.
Let's get out there and do something new today.
We're working on it, Barrett. Oh, we're overloaded because we haven't... Mostly because we haven't had any food or drink. But let's get rid of some things here. That's interesting. Look at that a little bit later. Picked up a lot of stuff. Oh, that's not what we should be wearing. No, 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 no.
Shall we?
We were wearing that so we could easily carry a bunch of stuff. That's definitely what we should be wearing. Yeah, we'll keep that on. Still. Okay. Oops. Okie dokie, let's clean up now. Whoa. Yeah, all this stuff. Except the Digipix and the Astra. We need to go get rid of all this crap. I'm gonna pause up because this is just silly. Yeah, that was a lot of crap we were carrying. Mostly the issue is, remember we had all those ships. I wanted to get that achievement of Fleet Commander, which is collect 10 ships. And I did. But then I sold all the extra ships. And what happens then is all of the crap that was in those ships, all that miscellaneous crap, ended up in my inventory. There we go. So that was a problem. So it's good we found it, because then we got rid of a bunch of stuff from our inventory. Alright, let's get in before we get blown away by this storm. Not wake anybody up? No? Cutter. Don't need another cutter. Definitely don't need another cutter. But we can check what's on here. We've already been here. Oh yeah, this is where we were before, right? Alrighty then.
Do you suppose the miners who once operated this eventually found safer work?
Maybe. Probably not though. To be honest.
This all made sense to someone, I am sure. I cannot tell you how any of it works.
Alright. This is a maze. Another door. This should lead us to Percival.
This could well explain why the site was abandoned. These natural caverns likely were not worth the risk of traversing.
Follow me, Andreja. Do we want to bother? See if this works. All that for 155 credits. I should just stop doing these. Aqueous hematite, eh? In case we need some of that later. we're gonna find the good doc here.
So you must be the one who got me out of the red with the trade authority.
Yep.
Can't say I don't appreciate it. I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor.
Nope.
Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts?
Dr. Walker, I've got a tissue sample I need analyzed. Full workup.
Tissue sample? You came all the way down here for that? Must be some damn important cells. You want to tell me what I'm about to be staring at?
Tau Gourmet's own free-range, 100% human-fed terramorph cells.
Terramorph attack, huh? Not exactly sure why you'd be bringing that... Wait, Tau Gourmet? Like Tau Ceti Tau Gourmet? That's a joke, right? There's no settlement old enough on Tau Ceti to have a terramorph. Either someone's setting up the worst petting zoo in the universe, or who exactly told you to bring this to me?
Hadrian Senna.
Hadrian. She gave you this? If she made you come all the way for this... Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Alrighty. Good idea. Alrighty. Red Devils.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests.
Okay. Alright, bud.
And Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days.
Yeah. You gonna do the research here, bud? Pretty cool digs you got.
All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right. So the markers tagged. Wait. Where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved.
The sample's not a fake. I collected it from the terramorph myself.
Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian.
Yep.
It was a city wiped completely off the map by terramorphs. The swarms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tau Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity.
The chances for survival, let alone maintaining any kind of functioning society, would be slim indeed.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now?
Get your boots on. We're going to stop any more attacks before they start.
Music to my ears. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Yeah, it's my kind of guy. Let's go. Where's the lift, buddy? Okay, where's the lift? That way? Taking it back here. Well, it looks like I didn't use a lift. Oh well. Which way, bud? More of this, eh? I wonder if this is useful. I have to look it up. Well, we didn't go the fast way. Oh well. And we'll go this way. We can run. You guys keeping up? I hope so. There we go. Alright, where to, cowboy? Meet Hadrian at the sixth circle. Where are we going? Sidonia. Oh, that's the bar. Guess we didn't really need to go anywhere. That's okay. Come on, guys, keep up.
Because the governor's office is right out there on the main road.
Run, Lars, run. I keep forgetting to look for fugitives.
Is that really her? Adrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say...
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
All right. Andresia, we're going on this side of the fence, just so you know. Andresia. Oh well, she got stuck. Alright, I'll watch the door here.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
So you all get red eyes, because you're red devils. A little more gunfire than I usually take on my delivery jobs, but nothing I couldn't manage.
Well, that's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on 2 conditions. 1, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And 2, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us.
Oh, you need someone to charm the higher-ups, some guy.
Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure you know the whole story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done.
Still doesn't explain what this Terramorph data is doing in the archives.
Well, it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying Terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the Cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
Okay, let's go talk to the Cabinet then.
All right. I'm gonna go get this workup into the Cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
To what do I owe this pleasure?
Oh, he found us. Well, with that, let's go. Mission updated. Eyewitness. That was a weird cut right there. Talking about the well, I guess, eh?
The
All
bright
right.
lights and reflections are almost enough
Okay,
to make you forget about those living down in the well.
speaking of,
Captain! Over here!
I see ya.
The workup's in the Cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC, it's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Vae Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
So this Vae Victus must have been an impressive commander for the UC to want to clone him.
He would have happily told you he was one of the greats. Ultimately, though, it didn't matter. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death, on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
All right. You're not your father. Cabinet doesn't see that. It's their problem, not yours.
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or, if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the Cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
Any suggestions what I should say to the Cabinet?
It's hard to know exactly what might sway them. I'd just be honest about what you saw. A colony wiped out, and a lot of lives lost. Something we don't want anyone else to have to experience.
All right. Let me take care of a few things
Come find me
first.
when you're done.
All right, I'm going to pause up here, go sell some junk, and be right back. All right, we're rested up.
Something special.
We got rid of a whole bunch of stuff, and we custom up this advanced bridger to include long barrel reserve, tactical stock, hair trigger. I thought we put Hornet's Nest on it as well. Hold on, let's go take a look at that. Pretty sure I did. Let's go take a look. Boom, boom, boom. No, we didn't. Let's fix that. I went to buy tetrafluorides to get that done, so... overload ourselves a bit. That's okay. Wrong button.
I hope you find that change to be more effective.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Trust me. Just a little overloaded there. It makes a big mess. All right. Just one more thing I wanted to do here, and then we'll get going. All right, so just wanted to get in here to make some of this. There we go. I know where I can get more solvent. We've got a outpost that produces that. But But I just went and bought some at the store here locally. And that makes life better. Yeah, 291 of the 40 mil. Okay, let's go. Let's go see Hadrian. Alright. Obviously don't have my power pack on. We're ready to go.
Still no word from the cabinet. Anything you wanted to discuss in the interim?
Not really. Nope. I don't have any questions.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue.
Fancy that.
Here we go.
Yep.
If we can avoid entering at
Hey, John.
I would prefer it. Let us just say I am allergic to bureaucracy.
Yeah, I thought so. Coming, Hadrian? She's taking her own sweet time. Come on, Hadrian. She's not in a hurry at all. Cabinet chambers. Magazines? Magazines? Don't see any magazines. Well, I guess this is where we're going, right? Or is it? Upstairs. Oh, this looks intense.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, we didn't have a drink or anything. Hadrian made it clear addressing this issue required the utmost urgency.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
We're still trying to figure out what we're facing. We can't make an informed decision without data.
That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we?
No,
And while there
she's
should be
saying the
no
right thing.
doubt, the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties. Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Wiped out a colony they never saw it coming. That's pretty alarming.
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Oh, yeah. There's a chance what happened in Tau Ceti could happen elsewhere, including here. We need to grant this request.
Whatever risks exist, they are outweighed by this imminent threat. I agree. The request should be granted.
And she's from the
I'm
House
inclined to
Varela.
agree.
As am I.
I suppose that does get to the heart of the point, doesn't it? Very well. I consent. The galaxy was lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to...
What's that?
Attention. An incident
What was that?
occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
What?
Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Yeah,
Good
like
God.
seconds ago.
Oh no.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're
Yep.
on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
Where's that damn elevator? Guys, out of the way. Really?
How the hell did you...
The EM rifle, grab it! Now!
Stop! We're trying to help you!
Hey!
I can't stop!
My God, it's the Terramorphs. Can we get on the NAT? Nope, NAT's closed. Whoa, where are we gonna go?
Sorry. I'm so...
That's it! Now hit him with everything you've got!
It's... behind my face. I can feel it.
So long. I'm going to end. And once again, we are triumphant.
All right.
There was no other way for it to end.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
It's
The
okay.
way those people were acting. I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
That background's cool.
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready.
Okay. Sounds like we need to hustle.
Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Okay, we better hotkey that one. Let's put that as, say, 0. Alright, let's go. This is gonna be a mess.
We are not alone.
God, no time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's move!
An evacuation order has been issued for the spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
Wow. You got a big man.
Just stand there. Good.
Whoa.
Oh, God. Captain! You're going to be okay. It's not real. Whatever you're experiencing right now, it's not real. You have to put down that force.
Oh, man. Whoa, that guy's intense. All right, we got some issues here. Nothing but a band-aid won't help.
Wait.
Hey, you.
Officer?
Hey, Sergeant Yumi.
Experts. Take whatever we can get right now. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, got one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Alright, buddy. Speak to the fire team.
Extra ammunition is always welcome if they have any.
You're correct.
This is paying close attention. Heaven forbid something escaping notice.
Oh, it's a mess out here. It's not our ship, is it? Hope not. Whoa! Oh, crap. I thought that was the fire team I was supposed to talk to. Okay, where's the fire team? You guys got ammo or something for me? What was that about? Oh, there you are. Hey, guys.
Heard you might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
Oh, yeah.
You two have any experience with terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us.
Sure you're not going to turn on us
We're
out
not
there?
afraid. But we'll stay here and hold the line if that's what you want. You're the experts.
We'll handle
Your
this, you
call.
stay.
We're on the line.
Hey, I don't need you guys shooting at me. Well, that hurt. Whoa, boys, get out of here.
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
The rest of the city is safe, thanks to us. You deserve whatever accolades you have coming.
Why, thanks, Andrea. Andreja. What's up,
Those
Hadrian?
people, they didn't deserve that.
Pretty lucky we're here, though.
Almost hard to believe. Suppose we were just in the right place at the right time.
Or someone set this up. You ever think more attacks would happen so soon?
Not in a million years. Another attack, just as we're making our request? It's insane. If this doesn't convince the cabinet to proceed with our request, I don't know what will.
Well, they already did. We didn't need this. Speak to Sergeant Yumi. Where'd you go, buddy? Geez, everything's on fire here. There we go. Wow, this place is a mess.
Profit is never necessarily the aim, but if there is something worth taking...
Oh, look at all these goodies here. We need this because we might need to get some terramorphs. Hey, hey, hey. Come on. Oh, really? All right.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. Universe put the right people in the right place.
Y'all held the line. You're heroes here, not us.
Certainly doesn't feel like it.
I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
All right. See you, buddy. So I would say we need to go back to mast, right? How about if we just do this? Okay, I can't do any fast travel, eh? Where are we going, dear? Evacuate, evacuate. Yeah, don't create panic.
The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain
Wow.
in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
How y'all doing?
I am thankful these raids are quick. I do not like being in small, enclosed spaces with many people. I do not.
With many people.
No.
I don't think there's gonna be many people on this. Yeah, we want to get past this. This is New Atlantis is going to be messed up for the expansion. Oh, we need some food and drink. Got a level too, by the way. Hey, good to see you. How you doing?
Those people are getting treated now. Don't know what would have happened if you hadn't shown up when you did.
Hey, glad to help.
They said you're free to come and go.
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should
My
discuss.
officers were unprepared for what happened at the spaceport. I intend to correct that.
All right.
The loss of life, the damage to the spaceport. The costs of this attack are greater than I think we realize.
You're right, Admiral.
Captain, Hadrian, it would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Well, I think so. Got your body count, eh? Well, it's better late than never, I suppose.
After a certain point, there is little difference.
No, you two were in the right. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
Why not send a diplomat, someone trained for this sort of thing?
The Cabinet wants progress, and wants it quickly. You're already far more familiar with the situation than any diplomat would be. There's also no diplomat alive that can claim they helped keep a cadre of Terramorphs off the embassy doorsteps. The Cabinet was unanimous. They want you.
All right, well, if you're sure that's the wisest course of action.
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us?
All right. What do I get for being a UC citizen?
It has its perks. Only citizens can purchase property in the city. We also pay reduced prices on most goods and services across the UC. There's also a credit disbursement when you first join. Help get you on your feet. But above all, you'd become a dedicated part of the greatest faction in the galaxy. If you're willing to help us, we can open that door.
It's like a club. Okay, cool. Well, count me in.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Heroes pull back to prevent more attacks.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
Okay.
There are so many different groups across the settled systems, it's hard to keep up with all of them.
We should probably put her suit on. Might mean to convince somebody of something.
Work they're doing.
All right. Well, that doesn't look like the right place. This way?
Howdy.
Hi.
A Vanguard captain. You... Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require.
Hi there. Yeah.
That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the Cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
Yeah. They're the repositories for all the band data from the colony war.
Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Well, you think they'd be in a big hurry to help us after that attack.
I couldn't agree more. However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate. And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative. But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
Freestar.
Ah, the good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
It sounds as though I will enjoy this.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her. Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support. And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
You're underestimating how delightful I am.
Huh. Well, if that's the case, I'll wait to be pleasantly surprised. But we do have one item up our sleeve. UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage. But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell. So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen. Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
What can you tell me about this staff member?
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Radcliffe, bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and outs of embassy life, and someone who very likely hates her guts.
Well, anything else I should avoid doing?
Yes, many. Don't steal anything. Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something goes wrong, we'll do our best to smooth things over, but I can't make any promises.
All right, that's all the info I need.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise. And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
All right. Well, I guess we got to continue talking,
Captain,
do we?
Would you like to finish your briefing on the ambassadors?
Yeah. Ambassador Balmore.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
I'm sure it can be reasoned with us. House Varun are people just like us.
The Zealots do not represent House Varun. I am sure there are many within their society who value the same things we do.
Of
you
course.
are House Varun.
But there is another wrinkle.
Oh,
We're
maybe
not
we don't want to tell
100%
everyone
sure
that.
Balmore is actually still alive.
Oh.
His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out.
Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
What kind of life signs did you detect?
The Varun delegation brought more than a few of their native flora with them when they set up in the embassy. It seems those plants have been allowed to flourish, making it hard for us to verify what's flora and what's ambassador.
Smart of them. No one's actually been in there?
The embassy is still legally House Varun's sovereign territory, so we're not technically permitted inside. We've snuck in the occasional spy, of course, but the ambassador has proven more evasive than you'd expect for a man of his age. But we're quite sure he hasn't left the city. The man stands out.
All right. Well, I'll track him down.
I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Now,
Robots.
if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
Okay. Well, that's that. So I think we'll take a break here, and that'll be it for this episode. Thank you for joining the episodes of Adventures of Professor Lars Gagner here in our Starfield vanilla playthrough. Hit the like button, subscribe, give us some comments, and take care of yourselves, and if you're able to, take care of someone else. Let everyone know the new schedule for Lars Gagner Gaming. We're going with Lars Gagner weekdays, Monday to Friday. So we'll be dropping those about half-an-hour episodes, maybe a little bit more, and that's to get a little bit of acceleration. Twice a week was just too short. So we'll do that Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday is Red Dead Redemption 2. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we'll do Red Gagner. So we'll bump it up to 3 times a week. That's our modded Starfield playthrough. Lars is the vanilla playthrough. And then we'll do Zoro Gagner Thursday and Sunday is the plan. Just twice a week for that. And we'll maybe throw in a surprise or two on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So we'll see how it's going. Those are mornings and then afternoons, usually dropping about 9 a.m. my local time, which is Central in Mexico, and 3 p.m. or so for the afternoon sessions. All right, everyone, thank you, and keep subscribing, and more importantly, drop comments and let me know what you think.